This is KVUE News Daybreak.
A heated debate expected at the state capitol today as the controversial Sanctuary Cities bill takes center stage. We'll break down what happens if the bill is passed.
And a local school announcing a meeting for parents after an outcry over what they call a mishandled sexual assault case. When that meeting will take place.
No surprise here, another high-rise planned for Austin, but it's the location that might come as a surprise to some. Good morning to you, and thank you for joining us for Daybreak. It's just about 5 a.m. I'm Brian May.
And I'm Yvonne Nava. It is Wednesday, April 26th.
Before we check in with Anavid Reyes, who's got her eyes on the roads this morning, we're going to look at our weather with Erica Lopez to see what's happening outside. A bit muggy out there, Erica.
Yeah, muggy and quite windy also. Really shaky, the sky cam live look downtown. And we're tracking winds. Don't believe that. It's not calm out there. It's actually pretty gusty. I'll show you your gusts in just a second. Not to mention it's actually warm. Also, dew points are in the 60s, so warm, muggy, windy. Take a look at your current gusts. As you head out the door this morning, we're seeing gusts of up to almost 30 miles an hour for areas across the hill country. It's all in front of a cold front that's approaching our viewing area. This is going to pass through us this morning. Not going to mount up to much in terms of rain, but what it is going to do is lower our humidity levels for this afternoon. Also give us plenty of sunshine. Here's how your Wednesday is going to play out. We're calling it a 10% chance of a spotty sprinkle as you head out the door this morning. Decreasing clouds by lunchtime. This afternoon sunny, but another warm and windy afternoon in store. Anavid Reyes has the latest on the road this morning. How are they looking?
Good morning, Erica. Well, for the most part, the Austin metro area, I'm giving you the green light. Everything looks pretty good, but let's go ahead and travel to the Manor area. We are watching a crash here at Jacobson Road near 290. So if you're coming in from the Manor area, this is an area you would like to keep your eye on. Guys, back to you.
Anavid, thanks. Today, members of the Texas House of Representatives in for a lengthy and heated debate. They're taking up Senate Bill 4, which would ban so-called sanctuary cities. We go live now to Corey Coffin, who's at the state capitol, with details on what should be a lively debate. Corey?
Well, good morning to you, Brian. Senate Bill 4 will require all law enforcement to honor ICE detainers, which are voluntary requests to hold someone while their immigration status is being investigated. Under the House version of the bill, only people who are arrested can be asked about their status. Supporters say the bill is about enforcing the rule of law and ensuring that jails across the state all follow the same rules. But people across the state have protested SB 4, saying it will cause even more distrust between the police and the immigrant community. Many believe this could lead to a decrease in reports of violent crime and even a drop in economic activity.
I've been told by several representatives, don't worry about this. This is only going to affect arrested people. And I feel like that really, to me, sounds similar to what we're hearing at the national level, where we're being told that undocumented students like myself don't have anything to worry about. But we know that's far from the truth.
Now, the bill does allow law enforcement on college campuses to ask about a student's immigration status if that student is arrested. There will likely be an amendment filed aimed at changing that particular one. And in fact, insiders say House Democrats have more than 100 amendments they say they're ready to file during this debate that all begins at 9 a.m. We'll be covering it and have updates throughout the day. At the Capitol, I'm Corey Coffin. Guys, back to you.
Corey, thank you. Travis County sanctuary city policy, a big topic when Mayor Steve Adler met with Attorney General Jeff Sessions yesterday. The mayor in D.C. is part of a delegation of mayors to discuss federal policy. This comes after Sessions announced last month that local governments would lose federal dollars if they continued a sanctuary city status. Adler says Sessions told him sanctuary cities are based on a federal statute that says a government entity may not prohibit communication between immigration officials.
That I asked the Attorney General was, would a county that was not honoring voluntary detainers be a county that would be sanctioned on that regard? And he told me no.
Now, in a statement released following the mayor's comments, the Department of Justice wrote, quote, the Attorney General did not comment or provide legal opinion as to whether Austin or any other jurisdiction is or is not in compliance. Officials at the mayor's office tell us Mayor Adler stands by his previous comments.
Just a few days left until President Donald Trump marks his first 100 days in office, and the pressure is on to deliver. President Trump set to unveil the blueprint for his tax reform plan today. Also on the agenda, a briefing at the White House on issues rising in North Korea. But the list doesn't end there. ABC's Stephanie Ramos explains how our country's leader is tackling these topics, along with the fallout over his former national security advisor.
Today's the day President Trump releases his hyped-up tax reform plan. His team calling it a first draft with some key parts still in the works as they barrel through to Trump's 100th day in office. The proposal is expected to call for cutting taxes for corporations and companies like his and small businesses from 35 to 15%, a tax break for child care expenses, and cutting individual tax rates. Also happening today, all 100 U.S. senators will be briefed on the situation in North Korea on White House grounds.
The Secretary of State and others are going to talk about our posture and the activities that we're undergoing, and Chairman Dunford will lay out some of the military actions.
This comes just a day after North Korea fires off its largest artillery drill, just as a U.S. guided missile submarine arrived in South Korea, intensifying the standoff over the North's nuclear weapons program.
A North Korean missile with a nuclear payload capable of striking an American city is no longer a distant hypothetical, but an imminent danger.
The Trump administration also dealing with the fallout over former National Security Advisor General Michael Flynn's business dealings with Russia. The top Republican and Democrat on the House Oversight Committee saying Flynn did not make it known he received money from Russia and likely broke the law.
As a former military officer, you simply cannot take money from Russia, Turkey, or anybody else. And it appears as if he did take that money.
We heard from General Flynn during the presidential campaign last year where he talked about breaking the law when it came to Hillary Clinton. But now, if he did indeed break the law, he could face up to 5 years in prison. In Washington, Stephanie Ramos, ABC News.
Well, back here at home, Austin school officials will hold a meeting to discuss the alleged assault on a 4-year-old girl that apparently happened at a South Austin elementary school. The parents of the girl say she was sexually assaulted on February 7th at Boone Elementary. Tomorrow, Austin school officials will meet with any parent who has questions about the incident. It's all happening in the school's cafeteria from 6 to 7 p.m. The 4-year-old's medical records show there was trauma and the child suffered injuries related to sexual assault. But school police closed the investigation without pulling those medical records. The case has been reopened and Travis County prosecutors are investigating.
Starting today, Austin Independent School District officials will hold public meetings on the 2017-2018 district budget. Families welcome to attend the meeting at the district's Performing Arts Center from 1 to 2 p.m. this afternoon. If you can't make that, there are 2 more meetings. They'll be tomorrow at the Baker Center Cafeteria and the Caruth Administration Center. The first one there at the Baker Center from 1 to 2. Second one at Caruth from 6:30 to 7 tomorrow evening.
The man behind Monday's SWAT standoff in East Austin facing charges this daybreak. Authorities say this man, 27-year-old Arturo Sada, started a fire at a home on Willow Street near Cesar Chavez Street on Monday night. Police say he pointed a gun at a firefighter when they asked him to leave the home, then barricaded himself in a room. He surrendered after an almost 3-hour-long standoff. 2 other people were inside the house but were not hurt. Sada could spend up to 99 years in prison if he's found guilty of arson.
Austin continuing to get bigger and bigger, and that means more buildings are on the way. Another high-rise could be coming to the city, but the location of that building is raising some eyebrows. A 30-story high-rise full of residential, office, and retail space could be added to Austin's skyline, but it'll be just steps away from the Austin Resource Center for the Homeless, or ARCH. The National Episcopal Church bought the property that sits between 7th and 8th Streets downtown a few years ago, with plans to build a National Archives facility. The nearly 70,000 square foot facility would be part of the high-rise. Reverend Canon Lang Lowry spoke to us by phone yesterday. He says he's hoping the project will be a destination spot. He also says Austin Mayor Steve Adler has come up with a good plan to address homelessness in the area.
Really wanted a concept to go around with our archives that would not only make a living archives for us, but make a spot where people would want to come to.
Now, the idea of a hotel could be in the works as well. However, financial details, according to Lowry, should be released in about 3 months. The project will require approval from city leaders. If approved, construction could begin next year. It is time now for a check of our forecast with Erica Lopez. Hello again, Erica.
Hello, good morning. Busy forecast indeed. Lots to talk about, including this cold front that's just to the north of us right now. Notice some light rain shower activity in central Texas. That is northern Texas for now. That's going to make its way into central Texas. Right behind that cold front, once it passes through us this afternoon, we do have a red flag warning that's in place from 12 p.m. until 7 p.m. because conditions are going to be dry. I know it's sticky out there this morning, but once that cold front passes, it's going to be extremely dry. Relative humidity levels on the low side. We're still going to be talking about some really strong winds all day long. This is a look at your current wind gusts as of now. Expect them to stay strong throughout our entire Wednesday. Also monitoring your hour-by-hour forecast and, of course, your daytime high temperature. We're not going to cool down with this cold front. All it's going to do is push out humidity. But unfortunately, temperatures will still be well above average. 90 degrees is what we're calling it for your daytime high today. I'm tracking some storms that are in our forecast. I'll let you know when those will arrive in the full forecast. Guys, back to you.
All right. Sounds like a plan. Thank you, Erica. It looks like former President George H.W. Bush will be in the hospital longer than expected. Doctors now saying the 92-year-old beat pneumonia, but he's still battling chronic bronchitis this morning. The former president has been at Houston Methodist Hospital since April 14th. Officials working with him say they're hoping he'll be released by the end of this week.
This morning, a former reality star for ABC facing prison time.
Why this former bachelor is in hot water and the very serious charges he's now facing.
And a vote in the legislature could mean changes for some community college students in the Lone Star State, what it would mean for those trying to get a bachelor's degree in nursing.